DJ Z-Nyce back with another episode of TDT Top Down Talk, and this is a very special one, man. I got somebody that I admire, somebody dope, Mr. Stacey Wade of Nimbus in the building and West End Gin. Shouts out to Don Wade as well, Dr. Don Wade, and we're gonna get this thing going, man. Let's go. Mr. Stacey, man, how you doing? Stacey, if y'all don't know who he is, man, owner of the part owner of West End Gin.
Yes.
Owner of Nimbus.
Yes. The double gold and silver in the San Francisco World Spirits.
Oh no, we gotta say it a little loud. We double gold and what now? Cause
silver.
Okay, that's what's up. We winning awards already?
Double gold.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Next week we're running up to platinum.
Hold on. Fastest growing gin.
Keep going.
Thank you.
Keep going. We got any more? Keep going.
Bronze in the world gin.
Exactly. Keep going.
I mean,
I feel like I seen you in a magazine recently.
I mean, which one?
Exactly.
I mean, finalists for Ernst & Young Entrepreneurs of the Year, maybe.
Man.
I mean, we working, man. We working.
So let's go right into a West End Gin, man.
Yeah, man.
That's y'all baby.
Yes.
You and your wife.
Yes.
I know we got the two flavors of the Rose End.
Yes, man.
And the
OG.
Let's give a little background on the West End Gin, to all the awards that y'all won. For the people that don't know, right here on the TDT Top Down Talk, make sure you subscribe. But let's go. Let them know a little bit about the West End Gin.
I mean, you know, about 6 years ago, we decided that we wanted to have a product that celebrated the people of West Louisville, but also celebrated Kentucky as a whole. We also wanted to celebrate the 9 neighborhoods that make up the West End. When you think about the West End of Louisville,
Give us a little history.
Yeah, man. When I was a kid growing up, the West End was black entrepreneurs. We had, you know, it looked completely different. You know, you didn't have absentee landlords. People owned their properties. It was just a completely different vibe. A lot of entrepreneurship, a lot of black excellence that existed and still exists in the West End. So both of these expressions are a testament to the community that makes up those 9 neighborhoods. And it's important that for us, being in this community, we wanted something that we could be proud of and wanted something that Kentucky as a whole could be proud of. We felt like we did that with West End Gin.
Man, I remember when West End Gin first started, you was kind of telling me I was launching the gin line, and I got a chance to DJ the launch at the Botanical Gardens.
Yes.
And y'all told me about the flavors and everything with it. One thing I love is definitely the activation that y'all did to incorporate the flavors with the botanicals, with the Botanical Garden.
Yep.
But one main thing that stood out to me is the logo that's on there, and that's the church pews. Can you elaborate a little bit on the church pews, why y'all chose that?
Yeah, man. When you think about, you know, the entry point into the West End is pretty much 9th Street. But there's a very special church that exists at 9th and Chestnut, which is Quinn Chapel Church. Quinn Chapel Church was pretty much the lightning rod for the civil rights movement in Kentucky. You know, Martin Luther King preached there. A lot of people that were very significant in that movement preached at this particular church. So we thought it was only right, one of the entry points into the West End is at that church in that corner. So when you think about community, especially in the black community, you think about community in general, it usually is wrapped around the church. So,
and we're not far from it. We're not far from it right now.
We 1 block away.
Yeah.
So we wanted to incorporate that sense of community in our bottle. And what better way to do that than to use the design language that is wrapped around Quinn Chapel Church.
So gin, the beverage industry, period, is hard to tap into, and you all chose gin. And can you let the people know why you chose gin out of everything else? I mean, there's, of course, tequilas, everybody's on that. We in Kentucky, bourbon, big bourbon country. Why gin?
Man, I think the simple answer is why not gin, but to not make it that simple. When you think about the West End, the other important point to note is that Brown Forman is in the West End. Heaven Hill is in the West End.
Right.
Seagram's Gin used to be in the West End. Seagram's, the company, was in West End. So when you think about the hands that have touched the spirit industry, and when you think about this community that sits inside of Louisville, where you have some of the largest spirit companies in the world that exist in this community, the juxtaposition of that is crazy. So for us, as true gin lovers, you know, when you think about, you know, your OGs, when they used to go back in the day, you could pull up to the liquor store, get a red cup of ice, a fifth, and some grapefruit juice. And that was kind of the thing back in the day. So I've always loved gin. There's a lot of things that you can do with gin. I think that people steered away from it because of, most people start with bumpy face,
Yeah.
which,
That's at Seagram's.
Seagram's, it kind of goes downhill from there. You never try it again. So we wanted to develop something that was really delicate, very approachable, citrus forward, has a pop, a brightness to it that most spirits don't have. Typically, they're really heavy and it tastes like alcohol, but we have a gin that sips like a tequila. It's really smooth, it's very bright, real approachable. So we love gin, and we want to share that love with everybody when it comes to experiencing gin.
So what has been like one of your challenges to getting to the people, or have you had any challenges in doing this so far?
Yeah, I mean, listen, doing a gin in bourbon country is not easy.
Yeah, that's what I want. I'm like, hey,
it's
but
not.
You stand out. I want to say something real quick. I was at the Groove last night.
Were you?
At the DJ. And,
shout out to the Groove.
Shout out to the Groove. As I looked, I'm getting my ginger ale. I look to the right.
Yeah.
What did I see? West End Gin.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
I was at Moxie getting tacos for lunch.
Yes.
I can't make this up, y'all. I look
Shout
up.
out
What
to
do I
them.
see? West End Gin.
Yeah, man.
So y'all making a footprint in the industry already, but just want to know some of the challenges, because this podcast is about talking to definitely entrepreneurs, but people that, to inspire folks that they're like, it's just all sweet because it's all they see online. How you got to still power through when you come up on obstacles.
I mean, I think that's a part of being an entrepreneur. It's ebb and flow. You got to have challenges, and if you don't have those challenges, you're not really doing much.
Yeah.
So the fact that we have challenges lets us know that we're in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the challenges that we have that we struggle with would be, it's just the industry as a whole is going through some changes. So distributors, when it comes to selling gin, you can't just go directly. There's a 3-tier system. So there's a lot of relationships that have to happen in order for you to get a product in the Moxie or in Groove or on the shelf at Kroger. There's a lot of people that have to buy in and believe in your story. And we've been fortunate enough to have a lot of people that not only believe in our story, but they believe in what we can bring to the table, man. So the challenge still remains of getting in front of more people, but I think the blessing that comes out of that, once we get through, we ended up finding other people that believe in what we're doing.
Okay, and I've seen a few events lately.
Yeah.
Hey, they even did my New Year's Eve event.
Yeah,
Shouts out to that.
Yeah.
Shouts out to my guy Art. They did close on Sundays.
Yeah.
That looked beautiful as well.
That was a great event.
Recently had a private event that we did at the Black Rabbit.
Yes. Shout out to Sherman. Yes.
Shout out to Sherman at the Black Rabbit. And that's one thing I love about you all and what you all do is not only do you turn me on to not only black people making moves in the city, everybody, but you all definitely pour into it. You know what I'm saying?
No
like
pun
pour
intended.
into it. Yeah. And lean into it. And I'm definitely grateful for that, for sure. We had talked one time before, and I know the future of West End Gin, y'all want to kind of like, I guess, have a distillery down here where we are, right?
That's right. It's really important for us to walk it like we talk it. And when you're thinking about when we sell a bottle of our gin, $1 of those proceeds go back into this community. So it's really important that the dollar circulates inside of the West End. So for us, we're gonna put our money where our mouth is and actually do the distillery in the West End. It's only right.
Yeah.
And I think the other part is we want to hire people that live in these communities to be a part of this industry, because this is a community that has always been a part of the industry, but just probably didn't get their just due. So we want to make sure that happens generationally.
Man, I'm from 39th and Broadway, and
Trey 9, I got you.
Yeah, Trey 9. Yeah, shouts out to my folks, Valerie, Jerry, all of them.
Skinny.
Yeah, Skinny, you feel me?
Yeah.
But you said the sequence, and now I'm just now really remembering that I remember seeing that sequence bottle.
Yeah, man.
Riding up and down across from Philip Morris.
It was made here.
Yeah, it was done, but I didn't really realize that I've been on Dixie Highway and seeing those bottles, but I'm a child, so I mean, I don't drink, I don't know what they are.
It was made over there.
Yeah, and then seeing it and knowing that like some of the families that lived in the West End worked there.
generationally.
Yeah, definitely generational. So not just repeating on what you said, you just making me have that aha moment of like, man, it was there. It was like that. So for the future of the West End Gin to be in the West End, I think that's monumental, man. I can't wait till that happens for you all, for sure, for
No,
sure.
man, thank you, man. You know, going back to, I had to think about it, man. You said, what are the challenges that we face? One of the biggest challenges that we face right now is actually having bottles in the West End.
How? Hold on. Well, TDT Top Down Talks.
Yeah.
I'm befuddled. Look, I'm flabbergasted. Like, we talk about West End Gin and we can't get the bottles in the West End.
Very difficult, man. Because you got to understand, we don't make those decisions anymore. Like
Yeah.
those businesses aren't owned by
Us.
Exactly. So unless we go in and we ask for these products to exist on the shelves, they're not going to get in there. So you're going to continue to see products like ours not on the shelf because it's not being asked for by name or pushed. But our biggest challenge right now is having bottles in the West End. Shout out to Liquor Depot. They're the only one that you can go to in the West End that has our product. But you know how many liquor stores are in the West End?
It's a lot.
We're not in those. That's our biggest challenge right now.
Man. What do you think that we could do to overcome that challenge? Would it be either
Man,
on
we're
the
not in Liquor
stores?
City. I went to church at Joshua Tabernacle.
Okay.
We used to go to Liquor City all the time, right after church. We're not even in there. They know who we are. Like, we're not even in there. I hope they know who we are.
Yeah.
But look, you see who's on the windows. It's not.
We see Cavassier, we see Henny, you see Remy, Douce. I don't see one gin. I see tequila. I don't see any gins on there.
We don't exist in the places that we should exist. When you think about, we're literally a product that is a public benefit corp, which is very important because we give back to this community. But the difficulty that we're having is actually having product on the shelves in the West End.
So how can we, like, what can we do, like, as far as, I guess, guests or subscribers or people watching this podcast do to make that happen?
Man, you got to go into your neighborhood liquor store that's in the West End and request it. And not just request it, you got to, put some extra sauce on it, glaze it up, and let them know.
Yeah, like, you don't got that West End gin?
That's how you get it
You
on the
got
shelf.
Seagram's? Man, I come here every time. You don't got no West End gin. Come on, man. I'm trying to make my special cocktail. Speaking of cocktails, give me 2 cocktails.
Oh, the Aviation.
Okay.
Maybe West End gin. That's Machino, Creme de Violet, lemon juice, West End gin, and then my all-time favorite for the summer is, man, blackberry lemonade. Man, get you some fresh blackberries, muddle it at the bottom, fill it up with ice, 1 to 2 parts gin, and then top it up with some Chick-fil-A lemonade or some Paul's lemonade, man, and let that thing go, man. Don't
Simply
stir
or
it.
something like that, you good to go?
All of it, man. Blackberry lemonade.
You're talking about back porch chilling right there.
It's the best.
I love it, man. I love it. Man, this is Stacey Wade right here on TDT Top Down Talks. I got a question that I asked all my guests on TDT. And I love whips. I love cars. We're riding my 72 Delta 88 right now, the top back, cruising through the city. And the question that I ask is 3 cars. What would be your daily driver? What would be an exotic if you had to pick one? And what would be your old school that you would ride in?
My old school would be a 78 Monte Carlo.
See, I knew he was a real one,
My
man.
favorite car,
Come on, man.
78 Monte
Come
Carlo.
on, man.
78 Monte Carlo would be my old school. My daily driver probably be a Range.
Okay.
My
Older or newer one? A Defender or no? Like
no Defenders.
no
Like,
Defenders. Okay.
Like, what the fuck you done to that? Like,
yeah.
that would be my.
Those ain't Rolex.
Yeah, man.
You know.
That would be the one. And then my exotic would definitely be, I would say, a Ferrari.
Okay.
Anything but a California.
All right.
Yeah.
Man, I'm loving the selection. I'm loving the
man.
selection, man.
Yeah, man.
Well-
Those are my go-tos.
I'm loving that. Monte Carlo took me back. You know, that's a favorite. That's a Louisville thing. You know what I'm saying? The Monte Carlos, we love them, man.
so-
Caprices, Monte
It's
Carlos.
legendary, man. Like, I love 78 Monte Carlos, man. I guess I had one. I love that car, man. So that definitely is my old school joint, man.
Hey,
My
man,
mama had one.
You might have to bring it back and ride in the fan with it.
Man, trust me, I've been looking. I've been
Hey.
looking. I've been looking for that or a box Chevy. Either one of those, I'll take either one of those.
We're going to have to talk offline. I mean,
Yeah.
I do that in my spare time. Just be
Yeah.
like, okay, who got this? Where's it at? Look, all type of places, man, and they having shit right in.
Box Chevy or 78 Monte Carlo.
So where can they, before we get out of here, where can they go to purchase? We know in the West End, but we're going to make that happen. But where can they go purchase some of the West End gin at?
Liquor Depot, all the liquor barns, Total Wine, all the Total Wines, Kroger, pretty much everywhere, but some of the independents in the West End.
Okay. And before we get out of here, I want to give this man his flowers. I want to
brother,
say,
thank you, brother.
man, with me spending just everything that y'all do, in your other business, it's 72. Man, classic. You gotta say what's up. Say how you doing. We live. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's what happens on TDT. You never know what's gonna happen, man.
Hey, man, it's good energy, brother.
Great energy. The appreciation of old school cars. But I want to give this guy his flowers. I definitely admire him from afar and what he does, how he moves. I want to say thank you for all the opportunities that you gave me. And every time you all call, man, I want to make sure that I definitely step up to the bar that you raised for me. And that's what I like about y'all. It'd be challenging in a good way, if you understand what I'm saying. Y'all have a task out there and it'd be like, we want to do is Z-Nyce. And I'm looking at it, I'm not saying no, but it forces me to go figure it out. And I think that needs to happen a lot, you know what I'm saying, for a lot of folks. Not just giving it to them and being like, all right, this is how you do it. No, go figure that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trusting in you to figure this shit out. And I rise to the occasion. I want to make sure I do every time. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say thank y'all for pushing me like that in my business. DJ skills, just whatever, you know what I'm saying, and definitely believing in me, man.
Man, we love you, man. We love what you do. Don and I both admire you as well. And we just appreciate what you bring to the city, man. I think the other thing, before we get off, it's important to know West End Gin is, the CEO is a black woman.
Whew! We can't get off here without saying that.
Yeah, man, Stacey Wade's not the CEO.
No.
Dr. Don Wade is the CEO. This is a black woman doing this.
You heard it.
Yeah, man, support that.
You got to support it. You know what I'm saying? Leading the way for sure. So shouts out Dr. Don. Shouts out Mr. Stacey right here on TDT Top Down Talks, man. Thank you.
Appreciate you, brother.